Should authorities be able to take guns away from a person subject to a domestic violence order? That's the question on the docket of the United States' highest court, and the president of Survivor Justice Action is among those making their answer heard from outside the courtroom.
Just because oral arguments are today does not mean that we can't influence the court about how wrong it would be not to rule in favor of survivors.
Ms. Glenn got a protective order against her husband after he held her hostage.
Under that protective order, my then husband stalked me, found me, and shot me 3 times, left me for dead.
But some say this shouldn't outweigh the country's constitutional right to gun ownership.
I had one person say to me, "Why should I give up my rights because you made a bad choice?"
Last year, the Supreme Court struck down a law requiring people applying for a gun license to have a reason for owning a firearm.
The Supreme Court said that from now on, the constitutionality of modern gun laws should be determined not based on things like whether the laws, further their stated purposes, whether they save lives, whether they prevent terror, intimidation, and coercion, but rather based solely on whether they are consistent with historical tradition.
Gun rights advocates welcomed the judgment.
The people in San Francisco will now have the ability to go and apply for a license and actually not get rejected for a good cause statement that doesn't meet the criteria of the elected sheriff.
That ruling is now at the centre of this case, which challenged a law barring those under restraining orders from owning a gun. A Texas man was indicted under that law, but a lower court struck the law down. The government appealed, and now the same justices who ruled to relax restrictions last year don't appear convinced of his right to bear arms.
You don't have any doubt that your client's a dangerous person, do you?
Your Honor, I would want to know what dangerous person means.
Well, I mean, someone who's shooting, at people, that's a good start.
The court decides if the law should return next year. Loughlin Patrick, ABC News.